That's it. So feet on the floor. So making sure they're hip width apart. So just feel all those toes pressing on the floor from that big toe to the little toe, and let the knees soften, let the thighs soften, and then lift up through your tummy. So just find that abdominal engagement there, and just make sure your ribs are pulled down so they're not flaring, and then just soften around your shoulders and just let those arms just hang naturally down by your side for me. Good. Just to start off by just working through your feet this morning. So just going to start with your right foot. So just going to roll all the way up to the ball for me. That's it. And you're going to push your heel all the way back down. And then again on the other side. So you're going to come all the way up and then all the way down. So just one at a time. That's it. It's just starting to release any tightness that we got there through your feet. Get rid of any clicking going on there, whether it's in the ankles or in the toes. That's it. And then we'll do one more on each side. Good. Now we're going to do both feet together now. So we're going to rise, because you're going to balance. So you draw the belly button in, and when you're ready, you're going to rise all the way up to the balls of your feet, and then lower all the way back down. Good. And again, so you're going to rise and lower. That's it. Breathing in and out. Good. So remember, try and articulate through your foot. So just like your roll downs, just think about rolling through each part of your foot as you're rolling up, and then each part as you're rolling up. Good. We'll do this one more time. And then rest your heels back down to the mat or to the floor. Okay, now this time we're going to really test your balance now and the kind of strength through the feet and the ankles. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine this with your side bend. So we're going to hold those heels up as we go into your side bend. So I'll just demonstrate first so you can see. So you're going to come up into your raise that you just did. Then you're going to lift one arm up to the ceiling. And then you're going to go up and over into the side bend, but keeping the heels lifted. And then you're going to come back to the middle. Ooh. Bit bad demonstration there, and then bring your arm back down, and then just resting your heels back down to the floor. Okay, and then we just alternate the sides. Okay, so let's give that a go. So you're going to come down in between, so you get a breather in between. So when you're ready, just lift the heels off first. That's it. Lift the right arm up, and then you're going to go up and over. Keep the heels lifted. That's it, and then come up to the middle. And then bring the arm down and then rest your heels down to the floor. Well done. Now we'll do the other side. So again, you're going to rise first, then lift the arm up, breathing in, and then breathing out as you go over. And then return, and then bring the arm down and rest those heels. Good. We'll just do this one more time on each side. So again, we like to rise. Good, push all those toes down into the floor. There we go. Remember, it's okay to wobble, it's absolutely fine if we wobble. And again, last time, so you're gonna rise and balance. Ooh. And ready. Oh no, I couldn't do that one. And rest your heels down to the floor. Well done, good. Just give those feet a little shake to that. Well done. Okay, now from here, I'm going to take your arms out to the side now. So you're going to reach both those arms outwards for me. That's it. And just round your elbows a little bit. So palms facing inwards. Draw the belly button in, soften around your shoulders. And then we're going to go into your rotation, so your spine twist. So you're going to breathe in here. And then as you breathe out, you're going to turn your head towards the right side. And using your upper back only, using the ribs and the waist, you're going to rotate round to the side, keeping both your hip bones forward, and then you're going to use your ribs to pull you back round, using the upper back to pull you back round, and coming back to center. Good, and then you get on the other side. So you're going to turn and rotate, and then coming back to the middle. Now, if your shoulders start to get tired or you're feeling any discomfort in your shoulders, just bring your hands onto your chest and just cross the arms over. Or you can fold the arms, but again, if you fold the arms, again, if it's still too heavy on the shoulders, cross them onto your chest. That's it. So remember, the aim is to try and get as much movement as possible, as much rotation movement as possible into the upper back. So letting the upper back do all the work, and then the arms and the head and neck will just react. Good, last time. And then you can relax those arms for me. Right down. Good. Okay, now from here, just going to come onto your, we're going to go into your squats now. So we're going to take this, the arms straight above the head. So you're going to draw the belly button in, and you're going to reach the arms up above the head for me. That's it. So you have your palms facing inwards. So you've got your little finger facing forward, thumbs facing back, and you're going to draw the belly button in, and then you're just going to hinge from those hips, bend your knees, as you sit back into your squat position, keeping the chest lifted. That's it. So try not to round in the upper back and let the chest fall to the floor. So think about lifting the breastbone up, and then you're going to push for the feet, straighten the legs, coming up to standing, and then repeating again. So you're going to breathe out, sit back, and then straighten the legs. That's it. Yeah, so just be careful we don't end up rounding the back. So keep the back nice and long, keep the length in the back as we sit back. That's it. And again, breathing out and in. Good, 2 more. And then on your last one, we're going to hold that position, and you're going to take that right arm back behind you. And then from there, you're just going to breathe in here. And then as you breathe out, you're going to switch arms. And you're going to breathe in. And then breathe out, switch. That's it. Breathing in. Breathe out, switch. Good. Keep the length of the spine. And then we'll do 1 more on each side. Bringing both those arms back up towards the ceiling. Push for the legs, straighten the legs, take a deep breath in, and then just breathe out, push those arms down to rest. Well done. Good, so let's come onto your mat now for me, and again we'll get the spine moving a bit more. So we're going into your roll downs. So just going to start with a few basic roll downs, and then we're going to add on to it. So again, reaching those arms up above the head. Now we're going to go into the roll down, so just going to nod that chin towards the chest, as we roll down towards the floor. Articulate through your spine, soften through those knees, head heavy, arms heavy, breathing in, and then breathing out, pushing your feet into the floor. Roll the spine up, taking the arms forward, back above the head. Good, and then again, so you're going to breathe in to prepare. And again, breathing out as you nod the chin towards the chest, rolling down. Breathing in. And then breathing out, rolling up, taking the arms forward, back above the head. Let's do this 3 more times. And then 2 more. And then last time, we're going to stay down at the bottom for me. So again, just really letting the head go, let the arms go. And then from here, we're now going to repeat this sequence again, but we're going to add a push-up. So what we're going to do is going to walk your hands forward and come into a long plank position. And then we're just going to rest both the knees down to the floor. We're going to lift the feet off the floor. You're going to do 1 push-up, so spread through those fingers, bend those elbows, lower the chest down towards the mat. Then you're going to push yourself back up again. Then from there, you're going to lower the feet, walk your hands in a little bit. You're going to lift the knees off, push the tailbone up. Then you're going to walk your hands back in towards the feet. And then we're going to roll yourself back up to standing. Again, taking the arms forward. Then back above the head for me. Okay, then we'll just repeat that again. So you're going to breathe in to prepare. Then breathing out, you're going to nod that chin to the chest, rolling down. And again, you're going to walk the hands forward into a long plank. Lower the knees. Lift the feet. One push up. And push. Lower the feet. Walk the hands in slightly. Lift the knees off. And then walk your hands back in towards the feet. Okay, we're just going to do this 2 more times. So remember, in your push-up position, just making sure we keep the head in line with your spine. And remember, it's all up bodies. It's all leading from the shoulders, from the elbows, as we come down towards the mat. Coming up. Good. And then on your last one, we're going to stay in that push-up position. So we're going to come down to the floor. We're going to come into the plank position. Now you're going to lower the knees down. We're going to lift the feet off. And then we're going to do 5 push-ups here now. Okay? So when you're ready, just going to take a deep breath in. And then breathing out, just going to bend those elbows, chest lowers to the floor. And then push back up again. That's it. So you're breathing out and in. That's it. And out and in. Do that 2 more times. And last one. Good. And then you can rest the feet and then you can sit back into that shell stretch. The tailbone towards the heels. Stretch the arms away from the body. And just resting your head down to the mat. Just breathing in there through the nose and then out through the mouth. Good. And then when you're ready, just going to roll yourself up to sitting. And I'm going to come and lie down onto your mat now for me. Okay, so grab a cushion if you need to. And we'll come and lie down onto your mat. Good. Good, so I hope you're all okay after all of that. Good, so just make sure you come down to the floor and just make sure your heels are underneath your knee creases. Knees hip width apart, and then just really focus on softening round into those shoulders and softening round into the neck, so keep that nice and relaxed. Make sure your pelvis is neutral, so feel the weight in the back of your pelvis, so you're not forcing any weight into your lower back. And then we're just going to start just by very quickly just releasing your hamstring. So very quick hamstring stretch. So just lift the right leg away from the floor. And you're going to interlace the fingers, placing your hands behind the leg. Extend the knee. Then you're going to flex the foot as much as you can. And then you can stretch the opposite leg away from you if that's comfortable in your lower back. If not, just bend the knee and keep the foot in towards you. That's it. So remember, you don't want the tailbone, the back of your pelvis, to be lifting up and away from the floor. So the back of your pelvis just stay nice and connected into the mat. That's it. Good. And taking one more breath here. And then just going to bend the knee and then release the foot. Okay, now we'll swap over and we'll do the other side. So lifting the left leg. Again, interlace the fingers. Extend the knee, extend the leg. Flex the foot. If you can, extend the opposite leg away, but only if that feels comfortable on the lumbar spine. Okay, and just breathe there, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Good. And then when you're ready, press the leg back down to the floor and slide the opposite leg back in. That's it. Okay, so now we're going to do a series of 5. So we're going to do an abdominal sequence. So we're going to try and move from one exercise to the other. But we are going to rest in between, just a very short rest in between, and then moving on to the next exercise. So we're going to start with your single leg stretch to begin with. So if we can, we're going to lift both your legs off the floor. And if your neck feels really tight or for any reason got any issues with the neck or any neck pain, just keep the head resting on the floor, the whole thing. If not, if you can, bring your feet together. I'm sorry. Siri's talking to me. So feet together, knees apart, hands on the outside of your legs. And then you're just going to nod that chin towards the chest as we lift the head away from the floor. So coming into that curl-up position. That's it. And you're just going to push that right leg forward, extend the knee, extend the leg. Placing that right hand on your left shin. So you're going to breathe in here. And then breathe out. We're going to switch. We're going to do 10 repetitions if you can. Breathing in. And then breathe out, switch. You're just switching from one side to the other. Another option, if you need it, is again, you can have your hands behind the back of the head, lifting the head off the floor, one foot on the floor, and then you can push one leg, pull back, rest the head, rest the foot, and then switch to the other side. Okay, so that's another option. And again, 10 reps if you can. Good, move with the breath. And pull that leg in as you push the opposite leg away. Then once you've done 10, bring your legs back in towards each other. Place the hands on the outside of the legs. Rest your head down and just rest your feet back down to the floor for me. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to go straight into your double leg stretch. So again, if we can, we're going to lift both your legs off the floor. Feet together, knees apart, hands on the outside of the legs. Then we're going to nod the chin towards the chest, lift the head away. And then from there, you're going to push both your legs forward this time. And you're going to reach both those arms back towards the head. Circle those arms around as you bend the knees back in. That's it. And again, you're going to aim for 10. So you're going to breathe out and in. And again, another option, so you keep the head down on the floor and do the same exercise, or bring one foot down to the floor and then do one leg at a time and then switch. Do the other side. That's it. So you're breathing out and in. And once you've done 10, again, just rest your head back down to the floor if your head was lifted, and then just rest your feet down back for me. Well done. Good. Okay, now we're going to go straight into scissors. So we're going to lift both your legs off the floor for me. And we're going to straighten both your legs up towards the ceiling. And you're going to place your hands on your right leg. And you're going to lift the head away from the floor. So you nod the chin towards the chest. Walk your hands up towards the ankle, and then you're going to lower your left leg down towards the floor without collapsing it on the mat. You're going to breathe in here, and then breathe out. You're going to switch. Breathing in, and then breathe out the switch. Again, pulling the leg in towards you as you push the opposite leg away from you. And again, the alternative to this one, you can bring your head down to the floor, bend the knees, feet and knees hip distance apart, and just practice toe tap. So just tap the right toe down and then lift and then alternate through the legs. Okay. And again, once you've roughly done about 10 reps, rest the head down, bend the knees, and rest your feet down. Well done. Okay, we've got 2 more to go. Just 2 more up to 5. Okay, so now we're going to go into your obliques now. So we're going to have a go at your crisscross exercise. So remember, we kind of already kind of done it in your single leg stretch, but just adding the rotation. So again, when you're ready, you're going to bring both the legs off the floor, feet together, knees apart. Now you're going to interlace your fingers this time, hands around the back of the head. And again, you're going to curl up. You're going to take your right shoulder over towards that left hip. Push the right leg away from you. And again, you're going to breathe in here. And then breathe out. You're going to switch sides. Breathing in. And then breathe out, switch. I'm just moving from one side to the other. Now, if you find this is too uncomfortable in your lower back, keep the feet down on the floor and just practice going from one side to the other without bringing your head down and just switching from one side to the other. Breathing in and then breathing out, switch. That's it. And then once you've done 10, bring the legs back to where they were, rest the head down and rest your feet down. Well done. Good, I know how you're feeling. Just got one more to go. So now we're going to do lift and lower. Now again, there's two options here. Now we can either lift and lower with a single leg or we can lift and lower with a double leg. So again, it depends on how what your body's telling you, what your lower back is telling you. So if possible, you can link the fingers together, hands behind the head, lifting both the legs off the floor. And again, if you can, you just straighten the legs up to the ceiling. And then from there, lifting the head away from the floor into the curl up. And then seeing if you can lower your legs down part way, and then lifting the legs up again. And again, aiming for 10 if you can. If not, we could do single legs. So we can lower one leg down, and then lift, and then alternate the legs. Or we can have one foot connected to the floor, one leg lifted, and again, just lowering the leg down, lift the leg up, bend the knee, place the foot down, and then switch to the other side. So that's an alternative. Okay, so you've got 3 options to choose from. And remember, listen to your body. So listen to your lower back. So hopefully you shouldn't be feeling this in your lower back. So if you do start to feel fatigued, do change the position of the legs. And then once you've done your 10, bend your knees, rest your head, and then just hug the knees in towards the chest whenever you're ready. Well done. And have a little breather. Good, just have a little roll around on your lower back. So just circle around on that lumbar spine. So just doing 5 circles in one direction and then 5 circles the other way. Good. And then once you've done 5 circles in both directions, just going to pop both your feet back down to the floor. And then we're going to stretch both your legs away from you. And then we're going to take both your arms back towards the head. So we're going to come up to sitting using your roll-up. So we're going to do 5 roll-ups here. So you're going to flex your feet, pushing your heels down into the floor. If you do have a cushion, just pop it underneath your lower back just to give you that extra push if you need it. And you're just going to breathe in to prepare. And then as you breathe out, you're going to take those arms forward, nod the chin towards the chest, draw the belly button in as you come all the way up to sitting. And you're going to come into that spine stretch. So you're reaching up and over the hips, up and over the legs, hands gliding away from the body. Breathing in here and then breathing out, softening through the shoulders, draw the belly button in, tucking the pelvis under, rolling back down with control, resting your head, and again reaching those arms back. Okay, and then again, so just going to do that 5 times, and then you're going to finish your last one sitting for me. Good, and remember if you don't have a cushion, try using your hands instead. So you can pop your hands underneath your lower back, so one hand on top of the other. And again, you can lift the head away from the floor, push the hands down, and then reaching forward. That's it. Good, and then once you've done your 5, you're just going to finish sitting for me. That's it. And we're going to have a nice little little stretch now. So when you're ready, so once you've done your 5, you come to sitting and just come into a box position. So I'm just going to take your legs out to the side a little bit. That's it. Good. So just be aware of those knees, so just check that they're as straight as they can. So remember, you can bring your legs in closer just to help straighten those knees a little bit more if you need to. And remember, you can pop your cushion underneath your sit bones just to give you that extra lift, that extra support for your body. That's it. And then you're just going to flex through your feet. Actually, I'm going to do this sideways on so you can see a little bit better. Then from here, we're coming to a little extension. So we're going to reach your arms all the way above the head for me. So you're going to lift the arms up towards the ceiling. That's it. And then just check in with the body. So just check in, we haven't collapsed and started to round the spine, which I know can be quite difficult in this position. So just try and, as much as possible, try and lift up through the chest, lift the breastbone, lift your eye line forward and just sit nice and tall as we can. And then from there, just going to draw the belly button in and you're just going to hinge from the hips. So you're going to keep the length in your spine as you go forward as much as possible without rounding the body. So you're going to keep the spine nice and long. So you might only go part way, just so you can keep the length there. You're going to breathe in this position and then breathing out as you come back up to the starting position. Okay? And then repeat that again. So you're coming forward without rounding the shoulders, without dropping the head to the floor. It's all about the length of the spine. So lengthening your tailbone behind you, lengthening the crown of the head forward, and then coming up to the back. Okay, so do that 2 more times if you can. And again, as we're doing this, you'll be stretching into those inner thighs, in behind the knee, into the back. And then we'll do this once more. Good. And then just going to rest those arms down in front of you. That's it. Well done. Good, well done. And just bring the legs in towards each other and just give them a little shake. Good. And now we're going to come down onto your tummies now for me. So you like to lie down onto your front. So I'm just going to start on your front with your quad stretch. Good. Always love this quad stretch on your front. It's always it always feels quite nice on your thighs. So just going to bring your left hand in front of you, rest your forehead on your left hand, and then right arm down by your side for me. And then if you can, just going to bend your right knee. So you're going to lift the right foot away, in towards your tailbone, and then grab hold of that right foot, and you're going to pull that foot in towards the tailbone, then just hold that stretch there for me. Just breathing in from the nose and out from the mouth. Again, there is an option if you're struggling because of your shoulder or because of your back, you can come onto your side, bend both your knees, lift the top leg, the right leg, grab hold of the foot, and again you can pull it back that way instead if that's more comfortable for you. That's it, and just breathe, keep breathing, in through the nose, and then out from the mouth. Good, and when you're ready, you're just going to release that foot for me. Then we're going to swap over, and we'll do the other side. So now bring your right hand in front, left arm down by your side, and again you're going to bend the knee, bring your foot in towards the tailbone, grab hold of the foot, and pull it in towards the tailbone. But again, if you find it's uncomfortable, or you're struggling to grab hold of the foot, again, come onto your side, but now this time just make sure you've got your left leg on top, so we don't do the same leg twice. That's it. And again, just breathe. ready, just release the foot for me. Well done. Good. Okay, now this time, we're going to come back to that again in a minute. But we're just going to sort out the extension part now. So just going to bring your fingers, your index fingers together and your thumbs together. So you're going to come into like a diamond press position. So you're going to take your hands in front of you and you're going to rest your head down onto the floor. So heels in towards each other. So you're going to get that external rotation for the hips. And you're going to lift up through your tummy. So you draw the belly button in. And then you're just going to breathe in here. And then as you breathe out, you're just going to brush your nose forward. And you're going to lift the head away from the floor as you come up into your thoracic extension. So you're going to lift the chest, lift the breastbone, head in line with your spine. You're going to breathe in here at the top. And then as you breathe out, you're going to roll back down through the spine, section by section. And then head is the last thing to come down to the floor. Okay, and then again, so just going to breathe in to prepare. Breathing out, brushing your nose forward, lifting the head away, draw the belly button in, into the extension. Breathing in at the top, remember try not to bring that chin forward. And then breathing out to roll back down. Good, we'll do this twice more through. And then last time, so once more. With it. Trying to keep those shoulders soft. And resting back down to the mat. That's it. Good. Okay, now this time, what we're going to do is go back to your quads again. So if possible, we're going to lie on your front, and I just want you to just bring your arms down by your side this time. Resting your head on the floor, and this time, see if you can just lift both your legs off. So you're going to bend both your knees, bring your feet in towards your tailbone, and then grab hold of the feet. Okay, and just see how that feels for you. Okay, and if it feels okay, now just be, please, be aware of your lower back here. So if you feel any pinch or anything that's uncomfortable, then just stop for me, and I can show you an alternative. But if possible, keeping the knees and feet apart, we're going to come into your extension again. So we're just going to see if you can brush your nose forward, lifting the head away from the floor, lifting the chest, lift the breastbone. And as that starts to happen, you're going to feel as if your feet are pushing in towards the hands. So the feet are trying to push away from the body to help bring the upper body off the floor. And you're going to breathe in at the top. And then as you breathe out, you're just going to roll back down through your spine, resting your head back down to the floor. Okay, but if you feel a pinch there in your back, which we don't want to feel in this position, but if you are, don't worry about doing the legs, go back to that extension we did before, so just go back to the diamond press and just focus on the upper body, on that upper extension, and then just resting back down to the mat. Okay. That's it. Good, and if you'll do it 2 more times if we can, just 2 more. And then last time. It is hard, it's definitely a hard one. Good, and just rest your feet back down to the floor. Well done. Good, and then from there we'll stretch all that out now. So just pop your hands by your chest when you're ready. And then just sit your tailbone back towards the heels. So we come into that shell stretch for me. And we'll have a good stretch now for your back. So just stretch the arms forward away from the body, releasing the head to the mat. And just take a couple of breaths here, in for the nose and out from the mouth. Good. And then when you're ready, you're just going to come up to all fours for me. You come to your hands and knees, and again, just to help release the back, we're going to focus just on the flexion part of your cat stretch. So if you spread through your fingers, hands underneath the shoulders, knees hip distance apart, lengthen the tailbone, head in line with your spine. I'm just going to breathe in here to prepare. And then as you breathe out, just going to tuck your pelvis under, tuck the bum under, and then just pushing your spine up towards the ceiling, pushing your hands down into the floor, releasing the head forward. I'm just going to breathe in here. And then breathing out, just going to lengthen the tailbone, just come back to your starting position, just back to where you came from. And then repeating again, so you're just tucking your pelvis under. Push the hands down, flex through your spine, and then back to your neutral position. Good, just going to do that 3 more times. And then 2 more. And then last time. And then come back to your neutral position. And then from there, again, just sit back into your shell stretch again. And this time, just put one hand on top of the other, and then just rest your forehead on top of your hand for me this time. That's it. Just so we can focus a little bit more on the back, rather than the shoulders and the back. Good. And then when you're ready, just going to gently roll yourself up, and then we're going to come and lie down onto your back just to finish. So when you're ready, you can come and lie down onto the mat. That's it. So feet and knees hip distance apart. That's it. Sorry, just plug my charging in. That's it. So you lie on your back, and just going to quickly just go into your pelvic tilts for me. So arms resting down by your side, palms facing up to the ceiling, softening around your shoulders, softening around your neck, and then just going to gently just move your pelvis back and forth. So sinking your lower back into the floor, melting your lower back into the floor, and then tilt the pelvis away and then towards you again. That's it. So remember, just keep it really gentle, really soft. Does it require a lot of effort from your body to move your pelvis like this? And do it once more. And then just bringing your pelvis back to neutral. And now this time we're going to lift the pelvis and your lower back away from the floor. So you're going to continue that movement you just did. So you're going to tilt the pelvis towards you. You're going to push your feet down into the floor. Now you're going to lift the pelvis away and lift your lower back just off the mat. So your heart, just so you can put your hand kind of underneath. And then you're just going to roll gently back down to the floor, bringing your pelvis back to neutral. Okay, and then again, so you tilt the pelvis towards you, push the feet down, and then lift, and then lower. So it's not quite the bridge, so it's not quite your spine curl, so it's just the very beginning of it. But again, it's just to concentrate that little bit more on the lower back. And we'll do this once more. Bringing your pelvis back to its neutral position. That's it. And then from there, just going to take your arms now, just to finish. You're just going to bring your feet together, knees together. And then just going to take your arms out to the side. So you've got that goal pose position. So elbows are connected to the floor and then your hands are just pointing up towards the ceiling. That's it. And then from there, just going to take your hands back towards the floor behind you. So as much as you can, trying to get that as flat as possible towards the floor. And then from there, just going to breathe in to prepare. So you're going to keep this arm position. And as you breathe out, you're going to take your pelvis over to the right side. And then your legs are going to follow. So your legs are going to stay side by side. And then you're going to breathe in here. And then as you breathe out, you're going to come back to the middle. And then again on the other side. So your pelvis is going to go over. The legs are going to follow. And then coming back to the middle. And again. And then we'll do this one more time on each side. And then coming back to center. And then just going to release the arms back down by your side. And then when you're ready, just roll over onto your side and then come up to sitting. Good. And then we're going to come up to standing now. So when you're ready, you come to all fours. So come back to your hands and knees. And we're going to go through the downward dog position. So you're just going to tuck your toes under. We're going to lift both the knees off the floor. So you push the tailbone up to the ceiling, releasing the head. Then either bend your knees or straighten the knees as you walk your hands back towards your feet, pushing your heels down into the floor. And then let the head drop heavy, let those arms drop heavy, draw the belly button in, and then when you're ready, you're just going to roll yourself up to standing bit by bit. That's it. And then just bring your feet onto the floor just to finish. That's it. And just take a big inhale for me, and when you're ready, just lift those arms all the way out to the side, straight above the head. A nice stretch there of the arms up. Breathing in at the top, and then breathing out as you push your arms all the way back down. Good, just go do that 2 more times. So big inhale as you lift. And then big exhale as you bring your arms down. And we'll do this once more, breathing in. And then breathing out, bringing your arms down to rest. Good, and then you're done. Thank you very much for coming this morning. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks, Lauren. Thank you.